Ayo Adebajo, a leader of the Afenifere, a pan-Yoruba socio-political organization, has thrown his weight behind, you want to say her weight, behind Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Adebajo said that Obi has the ability to rule independently and would not disappoint Nigerians if he wins the 2023 presidential elections. I mean, that's a lot of trust and that's a lot of hope on one person. He also said that he has lost confidence in Bola Tinubu, All Progressive Congress, APC flag bearer, and Atiku Abubakar, candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Adebajo said that Tinubu sold President Muhammadu Buhari to Nigerians in 2015, adding that he would give continuity to incompetence if elected. It is only Peter Obi that can rule independently without the influence of these criminals in government. In his words, Tinubu will only give continuity to Buhari's incompetence. Emphasis has been made, and he said, we know Peter Obi very well, and that's why we endorse him. He will not disappoint Nigerians, and let's put tribal difference apart and vote the right leader in. Well, this morning, to make sense of all of this, we have Gboyega Adejumo, who joins the conversation this morning. He's a traditional title holder and a native of Ibadan. Thank you so much, Gboyega Adejumo.
It's good to be back here.
All right, so let's get straight to it. What do you really make of this endorsement of the Afenifere?
I'm a chieftain of the Afenifere. I am a member of the National Caucus of Afenifere. And that is, of course, the highest policy body of the Afenifere. And in addition to that, I'm a member of the National Executive of the Afenifere, and only 9 of us who run the Afenifere as an organization. And make no mistake, Afenifere is a social, political organization that has, over the time, 71 years, given birth to the Action Group, the UPN, the AD. So we are very comfortable with our position, which has come out of a whole lot of experience in Nigerian political matters, which has come from a deep interrogation of the present political situation, and which has come from our prescient knowledge that has always made us to stand on a high moral ground. And anywhere we stand is where the Yoruba, nay, the whole of Nigeria, has always or have always come to meet us. When we said that the Babangida transition was going nowhere in 1986, it was exactly so. In fact, let me even take it back to when General Gowon tried to do the non-party election, and Papa Olowo said it's going nowhere. And we all know what happened to that exercise. We know what happened to Babangida's June 12. And again, when we said that Buhari was not going to give us anything good because he had nothing to offer, we said exactly everything that was going to happen in Buhari's rule, and it has come to pass. So Afenifere is not an amorphous group of all comers. It's a group tailored after the sage and the scribe Papa Awolowo. In his wisdom and his books that he has written and in his methods that he has given to us, we have looked at the political situation and rejected the 1999 Constitution. And we said again that there should be no election until this structure is changed. We were at the forefront of restructuring right from 1953. We achieved it with the Littleton Constitution of 1954. And we have carried on. We were the one that made the 2014 confab happen. And that was why we supported President Jonathan. And look at what has happened today to those who supported Buhari. Now it is happening again, and people are dressing in obscene gaps. Those who brought Nigeria to its knees, those who have divided us, those who have made Nigeria ungovernable through Boko Haram and terror. And those are the people that are parading themselves as the candidates for the 2023 election. So Afenifere says there should be no election. That's our stand. But again, if you are even going to say there must be election, then there must be equity. There must be the high moral ground. There must be justice. We have had 8 years of Obasanjo, a Yoruba man. We have had 11 years of the North, 3 years of Yaradua and 8 years of Buhari. And we have had 5 years of the South-South. And if it is coming to the South, the only region or the only zone in the South that has not had it is the Southeast. Based on equity, on justice, on fairness, it should go to the Southeast, if at all there should be an election. And that is our stand. But again, in examining Peter Obi and in interrogating Peter Obi and having to have had the opportunity to deeply anticipate and bring to the fore the issues that confront this country, namely the structure, and knowing fully well that we cannot continue this way, namely the wastage in government and the bad governance. We believe that if at all there should be an election, the only person that is capable of putting this country right back on track is Peter Obi, and we stand by that assertion.
Guys, peace.
He said I was going to clear all the gratuities and everything for 35 billion. They said it's a joke. And you're going to change it because it's a joke. Everything is a joke. But I've done it somewhere. I've done it as a private person. I've been in corporations. Nobody in this election have my vast experience. I started as a small businessman, created wealth, went into corporation, was chairman and director in so many corporations, so I know what to do. I know where to get the resources. I know what it means to manage the resources and everything. And that's, so don't start telling me this man promised. People have been promising. I've shown where I promised and delivered. All you need to do is to trust me. I'm not going to waste everybody's time. I'm going to do the right things. All right, it will be difficult, but I'll be on the driver's seat. I'll be the pilot. I will not allow the situation to be the same.
I, for one, I'm looking forward to a day when Nigeria boasts of 24-hour power supply without outages. It's something that we are all praying for.
Overnight, yes. But we'll drive the process.
You've given us a
that's why I went to Egypt to study it. In 5 years, Egypt moved from from about 20 megawatts, 20,000 megawatts to 58,000. It's not rocket science. It can be done if it's done in Egypt. This wasn't done. Vietnam, there's 3 countries. Vietnam moved from 36 to 76, adding 40,000. It's not rocket science. And you could see the production, you could see the export, you could see everything. It depends on what you want to do. And they have met, I've gone to the power plants, I've seen those who constructed it. I'm talking to the financiers. Because you have to be ready. I don't want to get in there and start saying what I saw when I get in. I want to see everything while I'm outside now. So once I start, is hit the ground and be running.
All right. Away from maybe infrastructural issues, just this as a side note before we open up the phone lines. Yes. I said something earlier about the responsibility that you would inherit from the obedient youths who are out there, technology savvy youths who are always chatting, talking on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're out there being your foot soldiers. And when you announced that you have a running mate, people went to do a background check on your running mate and they began to dig up some dirt, or quote unquote dirt. the conversation that dominated social media that day was a speech that Senator Dati Baba Ahmed made in the Senate House, where he, in 2014, concerning the issue of gay marriage and stuff. These are social issues. He made a comment concerning capital punishment for people who engage in gay acts. And these same youths that are technology savvy, because they have a lot to say, they are imbibing cultures from outside of Nigeria through social media. Is this a conversation that you're willing to reignite if you become president?
20, said he made it in 2014.
Yeah.
If you look at that, 2014 to today is about 8 years. But that notwithstanding, we all have made comments that we believe in. And it's allowed. I, for one, is tolerant of people's views and their lifestyle. This is me. As long as it doesn't conflict with my interests, I would just do the right thing, and for me, we have more critical issue to deal with today. And that's what I will be concentrating.
All right. Just before we get to the talk lines, two things I would really want you to address. That is there's an app in circulation called the P2B Nation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this app. Is it from you?
I've never seen such.
You've never
Not
seen
from
it?
me.
Okay.
Never from me.
It's an app and it's getting lots and lots of downloads. So
yes, what is in it? I don't know.
That's why I'm asking if it is from you.
It's not from me.
It is not from you.
Support groups.
It's not from support. This is that the people who do everything to bring P2B down.
Okay.
But just know, go and verify about P2B and what it intends to do.
Okay. So
and earlier the youths believe in me and follow me, we will take back this country. Those who live off the confusion will do everything. When you bring a change, you have enemy, all those who live off the old order. I'm bringing new order. So everybody will be my enemy.
What would be your response to Reno Mokri's recent outburst?
No, which outburst? Which one is that post?
He has been making some, comments, trying to, based on some people's opinion, trying to cause ethnic,
No, I'm not campaigning based on ethnic background. I said, do not vote for P2B because he's an Igbo man. Vote for me because I'm the most competent. I'm showing you my credentials. When you go to interview, I lived in the Western world. And I made a success of it, and I can show you. If you ask me now, Peter, how did you live in the UK? I'll show you. I was a businessman in the UK, and to show you I was a businessman in the UK, by the time I left the UK, I have the highest credit record any UK citizen can get. That is my proof that I can be trusted. I have the highest credit rating in the UK, and it's documented. So it's not a question of you. So you don't go for an interview with a certificate that is proven and documented. Nobody has said they found Peter be claiming that all these schools he said he went to, he didn't go to them. Have you ever seen it? Did anybody see, he wasn't chairman of a bank or chairman of this? I've been the youngest chairman of a bank ever in Nigeria. Have you ever been able to say it's not true? Have you ever seen anybody said I didn't leave money in Anambra State? I showed the bank, I showed the statement. So why do you leave all this and be going to say ethnic this and ethnic? I'm not campaigning as an Igbo person. I'm campaigning as a Nigerian, and I said let's bring every other person who is in this race, the 18 of us, let's show our background. I was a businessman, and I can show my businesses who have done very well, have paid his taxes and everything. I can show the same thing everywhere.
I don't think this is about you. This is about people who intentionally want to make it an ethnic and a religious
fight. You don't listen to them, because the people who are hiring me should look at my profile. If you go for a job now, for example, my sister, and I'm interviewing you, you're showing me your credential, why would I go and start asking whether you're married or not married. It's not my business. I'm not in a marriage business. We're not interviewing you for marriage course. We're interviewing you. Are you interviewing me based on ethnic hiring, or are you interviewing me for job of president? If you're interviewing me for job of president, look at my qualification, because there's a criteria of the person you want to be president. Judge me on that criteria. Where I'm coming from, yes, I'm a Nigerian. I'm an Igbo man. Other people come from different places. There's another person who will say he's a Nigerian, he's a Yoruba man. There's a Nigerian, he's an Hausa person. Am I an Igbo person? Number one Igbo man. But I'm campaigning as a Nigerian. When we go to play, it's like you don't ask the man who is piloting your plane where it comes from. Is he a qualified pilot? Yes. Nobody knows who is in that cockpit.
All right.
When you play footballs all over the world, have you ever seen somebody saying, oh, this man won't play because he's from this place? If you're good, they put you in the field to play.
Okay. All right. It's time for parliamentarians to have their say. So if you have been following up on this very conversation with Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and you want to call in, this is the time to do so. And numbers to call 08099459945.
09128945945. You can also call 08093999945. Keep your comments civil. We want to hear it this morning. And of course, you just have maybe 1 minute 30 seconds to air your views or ask your questions this morning. Keep it coming. 08099945945. 09128945945.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Odaze Obenyanu Nzeribe. I'm calling you from Ilasa. First and foremost, I must congratulate you for your dexterity. Thank you very much, sir. I might as well congratulate you thoroughly for being number one Nigerian, number one Igbo man. Now, sir, to the issue at hand. You started on a very clear note, mobilizing Nigerians. You are doing a good job of it, especially returning our country to the owners, especially the young generation and the middle class manpower, where we have a yawning gap. Now, sir, most of my questions you've elaborated on them, and quite satisfactorily, except one, the refineries. And you talked about security too. Good on point. Now, I must respect your candor and your decent use of words, truthful words at that. I wish you the best and God's guidance. Your running mate is quite superlative. Please, keep educating us, especially spread your to INEC so that they do the needful. Also, because you were in Asaba, it was simply magnificent. So, keep it up.
Thank you very much.
God will be with you. And Nigerians, us that own this country, will continue to support you. Your running mate is simply superlative.
Right,
thank you very much.
God's hand.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take a few more calls so that you will respond to all of them simultaneously.
No
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Okay, my name is Austin from Energy.
Your name is?
Austin from Energy.
Austin, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, His Excellency. I want to thank you so much for the enlightenment. I just want to make a little comment. I don't want to ask any question because I have been following up in the campaign with social media. I just like your model of politics. Devoid of calling names, devoid of accusations, insults, and that's what it's supposed to be. Just tell us what you want to do. It's not a scenario where you come and you begin to call people names. This person looted this, this person looted this. That is not a good way of campaigning. Tell the people the stuff you are made of.
All right, the time.
That is what is making way for you now. And people are buying into it.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, thank you
so much for your call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chigozie Anarada. I'm calling from Enugu here.
Go on.
May I greet Your Excellency in the studio? Yeah, my dear brother, I'm fine. I like to join millions of Nigerians in congratulating you for the giant step you have made and the mileage you have covered. Your Excellency, I criticized you when I felt you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? All right. I think we lost Dr. Chigozie Anarado. We'll get back. Dr. Chigozie, please do call us back so we'll get your comments completely. Keep the calls coming. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. And Your Excellency.
Good morning.
Your name and location,
Thank you so
please.
much. My name is Tony Odofwe. I'm calling from Enugu.
All right, Tony, go on.
Yes, I want to thank you for, this giant stride, really. It's not easy. The fact that as an Igbo man, you decided to do what you're doing, we appreciate that. But we know that you're not an Igbo project, you're a Nigerian project. And so I want to thank you immensely for that. Now, what I want to say is, I have talked about you, your capacity, and what you're going to deliver on different, media houses. And it's a fact, it's undisputable. But what I want to beg you, sir, is to please cease moving around without proper security detail. You embody the hopes and aspirations of many Nigerians. We cannot afford to have anything happen to you. We know you're a humble man. But when you become a presidential aspirant, you become a target. So I plead with you, sir. Cease moving around without proper security. You're important to us Nigerians. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you, Tony Odukwe, for your call. We'll get in some more, please. We just have maybe 1 minute 30 seconds, 2 minutes at most, for you to share your thoughts so that we can get in as many views as possible.
Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Chukuma Okewa calling from Enugu.
All right, go on.
Yeah, good morning, Your Excellency. Okay.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, okay. So the basic question I have, now you're running on the platform of Labour Party, and of course, your popularity and acceptance amongst young Nigerians is not in doubt. So politically, I would say you're doing well. You have the spread in terms of acceptability, and I also see a lot going on operationally. But I see some gap in terms of strategy and tactics, at least at the party level, with respect to replicating recruitment of new members all across board, leadership recruitment at the ward level, and most importantly at this particular phase, I have a concern that the major parties may actually be infiltrating some positions with people that may not be loyal to the vision of this great Nigeria. So what strategy and tactics do you have in place to ensure that the right people that don't fall to the old order do not jeopardize this particular movement, this thought force that is going to deliver the Nigeria that we've always desired for?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take a few more calls before we finally get back to him to respond to all of them. Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Adonis Udog.
Okay, go on, Adonis.
I'm calling from Akeze in Ebonyi State.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me start by congratulating His Excellency Peter Obi, though he prefers to be called Mr. Peter Obi. I don't know why. Well, his intentions for Nigeria is for good.
and how I wish that all Nigerians will imbibe this intention and project it to the extent that it will come to reality. Now, my problem now is how far has this message been spread in the northern part of this country so that we will be able to get a very reasonable vote and deliver Nigeria. Everybody knows the truth. Even the counterparts, I don't want to mention names, but those other aspirants, they know the truth. Now that we know he has something to offer, let's work towards it, and let's get other parts of the Nigeria ready. I don't know his strategy. I don't know how far he has gone about that. I hope that he would like to explain to us. We will do everything humanly possible to see that he is enthroned, because he is the justice. As somebody was asking, where is the justice?
All right, your time.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Ralph Okoye. I'm calling from Enugu.
Go on.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Brother.
My question is in line with what you inherit, not only the debt profile of Nigeria, but how Nigeria has been polarized across religious and ethnic lines. How do you intend to unify the country in that direction? That's my question. And finally, I want to thank you for coming out to save Nigeria. We are proud of you and we will continue to support you and pray for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for the call. We'll take a few more before we finally get back to him.
Hello? Alright, keep the calls coming. 08099945945, 09128945945. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Mr. People, be the presidential candidate.
Good morning.
It is me, Professor Namigwe Agu. Namigwe is the only Igbo name that is Abraham. Now, I'm very much impressed by your presentation and the plans you have for Nigeria. In fact, some of us see you as a starfish from the bottom of a well. But the problem of Nigeria is enormous. We have a triple family problem of corruption, unemployment, and insecurity. You have touched on employment and security, but you haven't said much on corruption, because that is the bedrock of all these problems we have in Nigeria. Corruption at all levels. So, one of the things I would even like you to know is, how do you persuade the people who have sorted out a lot of money from this Nigeria, both corrupted and uncorrupted ones, to come back to Nigeria and invest, so that we develop all these plans for employment, which you have enumerated in your presentation.
All right, Prof.
Thank you.
All right,
and
Prof.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Mohazu Magaji. I'm actually calling from Kano. I'm listening on satellite radio, and I've been a politician myself. Your Excellency, I'd like to extend our goodwill from Northern Nigeria here to you. And yes, sir, good day, sir. Please, Your Excellency, we need you in today's Nigeria for two critical reasons. One, we've been battling with the issue of productivity, with the issue of security, with the issue of social reform that are merit-based. And almost the entire political space is more of the same that is going on today. I heard you first time. My son has been an obedient young man. he has been preaching to me, and I had you first on Barricade Family. And I said to myself, my God, His Excellency Peter will be this good. And gradually I came to know more about you as more of your agenda is unfolding. Your Excellency, you also picked a young man from northern Nigeria as a running mate, who is credible, an educationist, and somebody who toiled to make a living based on productive venture on the important sector of education. Sir, we really need your movement up north.
Oh my God, I think we lost him. Hopefully he'll call back. Let's get another call.
Can we? Okay.
I'll get him back. Hello. All right, that was Muazu Magaji from Kano State, and I just hope he calls back because
all right, you can respond briefly to the ones that
Let me respond briefly to the ones that are here. Let me start with the last call. Magaji, I'm sure you're hearing. For me, like I said before, this is a movement to reclaim and start building a Nigeria hope. Two things drives people to live in a society: faith and hope. I want to bring Nigerians to have faith in Nigeria, and I want to bring Nigerians to start having hope that this country, which is theirs, will be something. Somebody said, we're going to unite the diverse Nigeria that have been tribally divided among ethnic and religious lines. We're not the only people. It will just that from Indonesia to Vietnam to all other societies, Bangladesh and everyone, they are ethnically diverse as we are. There's no society that is made up of one ethnic group. We have people who are more religious than we are. But what do? They start, even in our own is even better because in our constitution, we have even what we call national character, involving, bringing everybody together, loving each other, caring for each other, but above all, making sure that every part of Nigeria becomes productive, engaging the people, and this can be done easily. I've said the oil in Nigeria is the vast land we have in the north. It is our oil, because then we can produce all we need for export, and we can turn Kaduna and Kanu into export processing zone in the sense to process it. It's not just oil. America will celebrate today. The oil is in Texas. It's not the biggest, it's not the most important state in America. The biggest state in America today is California. 3.3 trillion economy. To where is Texas? They don't have oil, they have agriculture, they have knowledge. We are moving from baggage economy to knowledge economy. There's no reason why Enugu state, with all its educational background, should not have tech billionaires today.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. These are places we should be building technological companies that are changing the world. So uniting the country is very easy, and unite them in production.
Somebody made mention of
issue of corruption.
Right.
Corruption, as I say, is very easy to fight. If you, who is in charge, is not stealing, your family, your wife and children are not stealing, those around you are not stealing, you reduce it by 70%. let them go and show me any contractor, any supplier, anybody who said he sat down with me as a governor in Anambra State to add money to a project. Or show me where Anambra money is missing. To even capital, nobody, no thief can see what he will steal and keep it. And these are left physically. Leave investment. I left in 3 banks, $50 million each. Diamond, Fidelity, Access. Left in all of them about over 10 billion naira each. They are there. The statements are there. There are monies that could have taken away. So if you are not stealing, you reduce it. So we fight corruption not by looking back on those who have stolen. For me, it's by making sure that we stop it and stop the bleeding. We use the resources to invest in critical areas of education, in health, and in pulling people out of poverty by investing in micro, small businesses. Someone said about preaching what we're doing in the north. That is why I now have a partner who share the same idea, who believe it can be turned around. We're not to say we're going to do it overnight, but a journey of 1,000 miles, what did they say?
Begins with a step.
Begins with a step. But that step has to be in the right direction. Because if that one step is in the wrong direction, you are still missing it. We want to turn it around and begin that journey in the right direction. And that's what we want to do. Recruitment of other people at other levels to share the same idea. We're doing that. We won't do it overnight. But let me tell you, people think that there's a whole lot of young people everywhere. What I'll tell them is that when we changed the education in Anambra State, we didn't recruit new teachers. We didn't recruit new people. It was the same teachers that were there when we were number 26 and 27. That was still teaching when we became number 1. What changed is that they started seeing a new direction, new values. And to what I always tell people, people don't do what is expected. They do what is inspected. An inspector came in to inspect what they're doing. No longer living. So that's it. So we're not going to, those people who are at other levels, we will change them. And people said maybe they're in different parties. I governed Anambra State with 30 members of assembly not being a member of my party. The senators, they just not being member of my party. I was alone. But when they saw that I was putting everything on the table, initially I had issues with them. Initially, which led to my impeachment, I had issues with them. And I always said them, then I said, I can understand you people. Because when I came in, I was carrying passengers that have since passed their destination. So as a driver, they said, oh, well, listen, we need to go back where we're coming from. But when they found out I was taking them to a better destination, they said, come in the vehicle. And that's what I'm going to do with this, with Nigeria. I'm going to carry everybody to a better destination. And I'm sure they will. Somebody said the issue of securing myself. Well, I hear that, and I assure you I'm going to deal with it. Somebody was talking about the issue of concession of ideas. For me, this 2023 is not time to waste and start telling somebody you're black, you're tall, your declaration, or you didn't go to school, or you did go to school, or didn't do this. All I said is, whatever you declare you are, if you say you went to urban secondary school, let it be true that you went to urban secondary school, because we want to measure you even by your comment. You don't need to tell us that you went to urban secondary school when you didn't go there. It is not necessary. Just tell us who you are, tell us what you intend to do, tell us where you've done so before, so we can measure and say yes. And I'm also urging other people who are there to say, well, this is this, this is this. And then it's a trust issue. will Nigerians trust at this time and believe that what he's saying is the right thing and he will do it?
All right.
Then I think
I don't think you would have enough time to respond to all of them. Let's just get in more opinions right now. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. My name is Niawodo. I'm ringing from Enugu.
All right, Niawodo, go on.
I simply want to make a statement. Governor Obi, your entry into our national politics is historical and phenomenal. History is replete with examples like you. In the wake of the independence movement in Africa, Harold Macmillan was Prime Minister of Great Britain, made a historical speech in South Africa, speaking to the British conservatives who didn't want us to have independence. He said that there is a wind of change blowing through Africa, and you ignore it at your own peril. Not too long ago, we witnessed an Arab Spring that changed the character and direction of government in Tunisia, in Egypt. We saw a president in Egypt in handcuffs in a criminal court, accounting for his tenure. Not too long ago, we saw a former South African president in the prison queuing up for a meal. Be consistent in what you are saying and be resolute. Your time has come, and the time for changing the character and direction of this country has come. I wish you the best of luck.
I'm very grateful, sir.
Thank you. Let's get in some more calls. 1 minute at most, maybe. That's what you have to drop your comments. Keep the calls coming. 08099 945 945.
Okay, let's take some messages from our online feeds. On Twitter, we have somebody who dropped a comment, and he said, please, I want His Excellency Peter Obi to find a way of unifying the movement. Many are trying to contribute towards this movement, and they are coming up with different efforts. For instance, the person that created an app which His Excellency said is in your platform that he is not aware of. Many with genuine interest needs to contribute their quota towards the success of this movement.
I think that whoever made that comment, I will investigate it.
Okay.
I just said I'm going to do exactly that. I don't know everything. Let them understand. We just started this movement. There's going to be mistakes, even for me, and I don't know everything. We're going to unify everybody. We're working hard. And we have a team of people who are working this. We have people who are contesting it and everything. We're all coming together. It's something that is just starting. And I urge everybody, if I do anything or say anything that offends you, please do not take it personal. We are begging and we'll bring everybody together. All we're saying is, please, let's save Nigeria.
All right. Let's get in more calls. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Tinubu.
All right, go on.
To my president, I say a big good morning to you. I call him my president because you are already my president. You will be there by this time next year. I am very, very sure of that. I am very sure of that. So, and my question goes is, I want you to address the issue of, because you know, in a country like Nigeria, with a vast population of people, but we have no refinery working. So what do you do? How do you address the issue of Ojula refinery? Because late last year and the past years, they've been destroying it. And as a businessman, you are a businessman. If you start a business, your sole aim is to make profit. The profit, you like to expand. Why don't you give them
my comments?
Certain level of...
I wouldn't even wait for you to finish. I made my comment on issue of modular refineries and everything. I'm not going to destroy them. I'm going to sit down with owners and we discuss and how we can support them to do it better.
Exactly. That's my view.
As far as I'm concerned, I will not, Peter Obi does not destroy people's business. Go and check in history. I was the only governor who didn't ban Okada. People said that we ban Okada. I said, tell me what Okada people will be doing. If you give me alternative, I'll ban them. If you don't have an alternative, let's deal with them and regulate them and do it better. And throughout the 8 years I was in government, they were there. We regulated them, we made them better. Some other governments found an alternative and they banned them. But you must not remove what is there when you have no alternative. But I'm also going to make the refineries work. We are going to support the private refineries and everything. Government must leave business for private sector to drive it. And I will make sure they have available resources from the capital market to drive the process. I'm not going to waste everybody. We must have an economy that is private sector driven, that can create jobs and create opportunity.
Okay.
And we're talking about refinery because we're still wasting our time in oil. If we have other things that are giving us the resources, people will see all this will be private sector driven.
Okay, we have Engineer Magaji back on the line.
Thank you.
Hello? Yes, go on, sir.
Please, I don't think you should end by 10:30. I think you should end by 12 or so.
Go ahead, what's your name?
Hello? Okay,
we still have time to take calls. It will be ending by 11, so we still have a little bit of time to take calls. Keep the calls coming.
08099945945. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Engineer Magaji, go on.
Yes, please. Your Excellency, I'm so sorry I lost the call, and the challenge of the connectivity is part of our challenges in the service sector. I was saying that we honestly need this issue of merit. I think I just had the last caller talking about refinery. My last point will be, Your Excellency, energy security. You've been to Egypt, you've seen one plant that is 4,800 megawatts. This is the entire power available to Nigeria on grid. Your Excellency, energy is directly proportional to all the economic agenda you have. The gentleman mentioned refinery. We have no business importing oil or oil products in Nigeria.
Never.
This is the challenge, Your Excellency. It is merit issue. It is corruption issue. It is given this asset to rent seekers. It is just given national asset to people who shouldn't be involved in the business or running this business. Your Excellency, everything you are saying points to one simple fact. Nigeria can work under your leadership if we get merit in place. And I am confident that competence and merit. In northern Nigeria, why I keep emphasizing merit, there's a lot of personalized selection process that give people opportunity that do not deserve them, they are not competent. So this issue of competence goes with merit, Your Excellency. We will want a leader that will put this Nigeria to path of greatness based on the God-given opportunity that Nigeria has. And I believe you are that leader. I wish you well. I wish you Godspeed.
Thank you, Magaji. I assure you that it will work. And I assure you that this will be done with competence and merit. We will see it. We will no longer have leadership where people are loading it over us. Everybody, from the president down to the last person, will be accountable, will be resourceful. These people we can look at and say they are doing the right thing. There's no reason why a country of 200 million people should be generating under 5,000 megawatts, and we say we are the biggest economy in Africa, when other countries that are smaller in terms of population, second biggest economy is South Africa, they are generating over 50,000 megawatts. Third biggest economy is Egypt, they are generating over 50,000. How can we be generating 5,000? No, it will not be possible. So I urge you, Magaji, join this movement, help us, whatever you can do in Kanu. We can no longer have that population. That population you see in Kanu, that population you see all over the place are factory workers. They can change this country by making them productive.
All right. Engineer Magaji, thank you so much. But before we go, what is the response like in Kano State with regards to the OB movement?
Honestly speaking, the young people on social media are plugging into the obedient movement. And there is, Kano is a very progressive state. There is an evolution of movement. I have discussed this with His Excellency's Vice President, and I have touched base with Labour. Labour has been involved in coordination with His Excellency, and there are several workers' associations, NAPEP drivers, small traders association, and labor leaders, labor organizations that are with it. Another constituency I have touched base with to just fill the pulse of Kano. The people, the business community in Sabangari and other non-indigenous people, they are very keen on bringing support to this movement. So I think there is an opportunity to spread this movement as a new beginning. The most important thing, believe me, is the yearning for change in the country, and His Excellency being part of the system and refusing to do what the system basically normalized makes it an attractive platform for people who are tired and sick of this very decaying nation, because we cannot continue like this. Kano is progressive, and Kano will pick up the speed on this movement. I can assure you that.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer Magaji, for your time. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Engineer. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Your
Okay.
Excellency, all the best. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Let's take a few more calls. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Basi calling from Enugu.
All right, Dr. Basi, go on.
His Excellency, good morning. Listening to you has been so pleasurable, very educating, and then bringing hope back to the system. Thank you very much. Like other callers said, we can only wish you good luck. We can only say, keep it up. But we want something, sir, and that is mass mobilization. Your method of campaign is so good. I call it Joe Witness style, one-on-one, and then networking mechanism. Please, sir, quickly organize the movement so that people will begin to campaign on their own. We need people to go on to campaign with a central mechanism and message. So we don't have scattered messages that people will talk what is not accepted by the movement. And I believe that that movement is a movement. It's not just presidential. For presidential election, it's a movement that Nigerians need to take to have a turnaround. I once again say thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, and God bless.
It's actually at all levels, and I can tell you everything. We have not started campaign.
Yeah.
Campaign will start in 28th of September. What we are doing now is more of, call it recruitment, and being to tell people on the reason why they should be where they are.
All right, let's take two more calls, maybe then we round up the program. It's been a long run this morning. Hello?
Yes, statement where Oga Tinubu yarn. How you take see this matter?
So the thing be say, when you reach election period or campaigns, politicians go talk anything. Then go take jab at another, other political parties. In fact, inside their own party self. I don't know where, the political party, they conduct primaries. Person will be candidate.
Yeah.
Where some people believe say because of he supposed they do lawyer, he not supposed participate. People come television call him Judas Iscariot now. Why would they do like this?
True.
Person when popular call Professor Yemi Oshibajo Judas Iscariot. He call him Judas Iscariot. Meaning say now person when betray, person when supposed they loyal to. This is not things where you feel verify.
But you could be calling somebody say go liberty die.
No,
now, they too
listen
much.
to what they tell you.
Yeah.
Not be matter of whether he did too much or he not did too much. I just tell you say politicians go talk anything to score cheap political points or get advantage. If we inside your own party, person when we say after the primary, so all of you go still work together to see say you deliver the party's candidate. They call him Judas Iscariot. He show you how they think. Now what did he talk for Osun State? Instead of making focus on selling the candidate when don't do 4 years, there's no point. If you get things to talk about person,
you sure
this person don't do this person don't do that. See how una life done better. You go show them. No be to they take jab at other political parties, but now pointer to the fact say that political party they give them serious problem. Nobody go to talk about your party if your party no they give them cause for concern. So most likely that they give them cause for concern. Now talking about P2B's response, in talk say when people show you hate, you show them love. And in context say there is dignity in labor. That talk they very, very deep. Because many Nigerians go come up for this country, go other parts of the world, go do work because they need to survive.
True.
And this work, what they do now, work where we say normally, if you go by people thinking here, it not be waiting big man supposed they do.
Yeah.
I will give you this example, and I will be done. Do you know that the younger brother of Governor Peter Ayodele Fayose, person when serve as governor for this country, he they drive truck for the United Kingdom. He know they hide down, in the show, because that truck when they drive, now what they use the paying bills, take care of your family, even send something, come home. So if that kind of person they take pride in that work, why you go to shame for what you they do? You know they thief, you know they lie, you know they kill, you know they steal. No allow person where we say go use one signature. If the future of this country come out, can't they oppress you? Never.
So there is dignity in labor.
Of course.